Selecting the news, views, music and culture of Milton Keynes, this is Seclo Sounds.
This is Seclo Sounds, your community radio station. If you'd like to volunteer some of your time and skills with Seclo Sounds, send an email to volunteers@seclosounds.org and let us know how you would like to be involved.
Next up on Seclo Sounds, this is King Obstinate.
Antigua and Barbuda, away they bury me near the stream. And at an early age, in the cane field I start to sing. I'm from a family of 13, and you know that's a lot of mouth. So I decided to go away to help Papa out. But I always come back to you. I always come back to you. And if I can't come back and cry, to Nyampunji, I'll die. I always come back to you. I always come back to you. And if I can't come back and cry, to be I'd rather be, I'll die. You know we have had some trying times. So in order to survive, I had to sing the Calypso rhyme. Europe, Canada, and America, a few other places I have roamed. But regardless of where I have been, I always come back home. I always come back to you. I always come back to you. And if I can't come back and cry for Labor Day, I'll die. I'll always come back to you. I'll always come back to you. And if I can't come back and cry to hear what Papa said, I'll die. Hear me? Antigua and Barbuda, even though we were far apart, I spoke of you so many times, even though it broke my heart. I keep telling them about our beaches, the coral reef and indented shores, where you could play a game of worry or a card game of all fours. I always come back to you. I always come back to you. And if I can't come back and cry for sailing weak, I'll die. I always come back to you. I always come back to you. And if I can't come back and cry to play with them Yankee chick, I'll die. Barbuda, I stuck with you every step of the way, and I am still on the battlefield up till this very day. I'm your true ambassador who has no office and who gets no salary, but I owe my country this. I always come back to you. I always come back to you. And if I can't come back and cry to swim on my beach, I'll die. I always come back to you. I always come back to you. And if I can't come back and cry to hear Brother Connie preach, I'll die. I'll always come back to you. John Hughes, I'll always come back to you. Betty Saw, I'll always come back to you. Newfield, I'll always come back to you. Green Bay, I'll always come back to you. Jennings, I'll always come back to you. Liberta, I'll always come back to you. Blizzard, I'll always come back to you. Fine people, I'll always come back to you. Carol, I'll always come back to you. Willie Keys, I'll always come back to you. Cascross, I'll always come back to you. Otters, I'll always come back to you. Mary, I'll always come back to you. Villiers, I'll always come back to you. Oval, I'll always come back to you. Cedar Grove, I'll always come back to you. All Saints, I'll always come back to you.
Yeah man, so what going on there? Him don't know where to fade, didn't it? Look, I'll do it.
Woke up and the toilet was overflowing. Must call the plumber. Realised the kids needed swimming lessons as it's all got out of control. Luckily the old windows gave out, so we all floated outside. Must get on to the glazers. And now the garden looks atrocious. Now what was the number for that landscaper?
Because you never know when a potential customer needs you, get yourself listed in your local flyer, the local business directory. Your local flyer, bringing businesses to your fingertips.
You with me?
Not really. Go on.
Right, you get a giant ice cube, the size of the Empire State Building, stick it in the water. It's going to make it's going to stick back on again, isn't it?
Well, no, only if it freezes up again.
No, it will freeze up. The water's going to get cold again because you've just put a giant ice cube in the water.
So when you put an ice cube in a drink, the drink doesn't freeze, does it?
No,
the ice melts.
If you put one the size of an Empire State Building in your glass of Jack Daniels, it's going to make it freezing.
It's not going in a glass of Jack Daniels, it's going in the ocean.
I know, but I'm using my fables. Imagine.
Next up, Sarah Lugo.
Rockers, join me, Colin,
and me, Andy,
for Roadie Rocks.
Fridays at 8 p.m. on Seclo Sounds, bringing you the very best in classic rock, stories from the road and special guests.
You can join in by following us on Twitter at Roadie Rocks MK.
Roadie Rocks, Fridays at 8 p.m. only on Seclo Sounds.
Sarah Lugo and Kabaka Pyramid.
Riding.
Oneness.
Our troubles away.
Reggae bass, yes sir. No. It's a long road to travel. Kabaka Pyramid. Never let the stress up on your brain. And Sarah Lugo now. Hey.
Riding on a high and windy day.
It was a high and windy day.
Deep in the month of May. We're riding on a high and windy day.
Let me tell you how the story goes.
Riding my troubles away.
Right away. Hey, said I was riding on the highway with my queen beside me, watching all my struggles and my troubles pass by me. The king upon my mind, every day is like a Friday. Give thanks for everything the most I provide me. Got to stay grounded even when I got to fly away. Got some heavy plans, so my stress kinda lightweight. The world is a cycle, everything I vibrate. Conscious evolution from mineral to primate is what upon my mind when I'm cruising through. Reading a book, swallow the Rubik's too, yeah. Solving my puzzles like a Rubik's Cube. Till that place of divinity I'm moving to. And I'm moving through like a soldier. Any obstacles in my way, I push them over. Never gonna found up like a page in my book of life. It's just another episode of Sarah Singh.
Riding on a high and windy day, deep in the month of May. So now I'm moving it, trying to escape the sinful living and appreciate the gift that I've been given. It's a mission to reach the people's hearts, spread joy and love to the corners of the world. Spread the message, cause the message must be heard. Tell every boy and girl, every wife and man, we're bringing love across the land. So jump on board and please hold on. The road is rocky and the road is long. We all keep singing the same old song. The story is sad, but the story must go on. So please join in and check my mind. Read between the lines and see what's behind it all. Cause we need to tear down the walls. Riding on a high and windy day.
It was a high and windy day.
Deep in the month of May.
No, 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 no.
Riding on a high and windy day.
And we were riding so high. Make them know this was
away.
No, no, no. And when the sun goes down and the moon comes out, that's when I find a melody. And when the tune comes out, I stay true, no doubt, to my journey and the path. Without the knowledge of the art, then I would certainly be lost. Emerging from the dark, it's the brightest light. The uprising of the youths with the righteous eyes. We keep riding high till we reach our destination, giving eyes his eye in each and every situation now.
Please join in and check my mind. Read between the lines and see what's behind it all. Cause we need to tear down the walls. Riding on a high and windy day, deep in the month of May. Riding on a high and windy day, riding my troubles away.
La première partie est maintenant la fin. La fin a cessé de disparu, tombé. Au revoir mes amis, bisous.
One man fate has made indestructible. His name?
Gary Fitz Here.
2 hours of the coolest tunes. Every Monday night, 10 o'clock.
We've just had a call from JVB, and they're after a new logo.
Okay, let's call our logo agency.
Oh, and Jones & Sons need a new brochure.
Right, I'll get on to our brochure agency.
And they'll need some custom illustrations.
Right, I'll call our illustrator.
And bespoke photography.
Okay, and I'll call our photographer.
Tired of having to find a million different people to cover all your creative needs? With over 20 years of experience in a wide variety of media, Grant Kempster can take care of everything, including commercial and corporate designs, illustration and photography.
And finally, we need some leaflets and ads doing for John Smith Associates.
No problem. I'll give Grant Kempster a call.
For more information, visit grantkempster.com.